Now, let's move on to segment 2. In this segment, we'll analyze a client's facial shape in order to design the perfect makeup plan. You will learn how to identify your client's facial shape and assess the facial areas which require special attention. As a makeup artist, you must be familiar with facial shapes because they play a very important role in designing your client's makeup plan. To determine a client's facial shape, familiarity with certain facial bones is significant. The frontal bones form the forehead. The temporal bones are seen from the sides of the head in the region of the ears. The prominence of your cheeks is caused by the zygomatic or molar bones, while the nasal bones form the bridge of the nose and the lacrimal bones are the small fragile bones located at the front part of the inner wall of the eye sockets. Your jaw bones are placed into two categories. The maxill bones, which are the upper jaw bones that join to form the entire upper jaw, and the mandible bones, which is the largest and strongest bone of the face and forms the lower jaw. The face has more bones than we've identified. However, these are the most important ones to know when studying a client's facial shape and deciding which parts to highlight or play down with makeup. Facial shapes can be either oval, square, round, oblong or rectangular, pear, triangular, diamond, or heart-shaped. What facial shapes would you say your client has?
That we have spoken about the skin type, which is dry, and the facial shape. I told you it is inverted triangle. I've outlined how we are going to correct the look using the darker foundation on the temporal area and the lighter foundation on the jawline and the chin in order to increase the width to match the forehead. We are going into our makeup chart just to get a plan of action so that you may be comfortable with. You also have a profile, which is a concave profile where the curve is inward. We have more forehead protruding and a chin and less nose. Okay. I also see whereby you have wide set eyes. The distance between the two eyes, it's wide here. And our aim now is to use a darker shade eyeshadow on the inner corners to bring the eyes closer together. You have a flat nose bridge, and contouring, by contouring we will use a darker foundation on the inner corners or the side of the nose to give the illusion of a straighter nose. The foundation on the jawline is going to be lighter to give the illusion of a wider jawline and chin area to match with your forehead. You also have straight lips, and that is good. We do not have to do any contouring there.
There's a very good reason for identifying your client's facial shape, and that reason is that it allows you to determine which facial features needs to be enhanced with the use of highlighting techniques and which needs to be de-emphasized with the use of shading techniques. When you look at the profile of your client's face, the forehead and skin should be vertically balanced and form a straight-on view. The start of the hairline to the inner brow, the brow to the base of the nose, and the base of the nose to the chin should be in proportion. Knowing the shape and size of the area you're working on will help you to determine whether you will shadow or highlight the feature.
Though wide set, you have small eyes, and we're going to be using lighter colors on the outside and on the brow bone area. We have already done the shaping of your brows, and that is good. It is natural. You can look and see if it satisfies you. Right. We see whereby you also have some dark spots on your face, and we're going to cover those dark spots with a lighter shade foundation, one that is not too far off from your skin tone, to cover the area there.
It is sometimes necessary to disguise or camouflage prominent features or to cover blemishes on the skin. Facial contouring is a technique used for correcting face shapes. Common areas or conditions requiring corrective or camouflage makeup include dark circles under or around the eyes, deep expression lines, large or crooked nose, double chin, puffy under eyes, protruding forehead, prominent chin, prominent jaw, birthmarks, blemishes, or scars. You have now learned all there is to know about your client's face in preparation for designing her makeup plan. Let's take the time to review what you've learned in this segment. By now, you should be able to answer these questions. Name the bone that forms the forehead. Which bones form the prominence of the cheeks? Where is the largest and strongest facial bone located? And how many different facial shapes are there? Finally, identify 5 areas or conditions that can require corrective makeup. In the next segment, the answers will be revealed, so take the time and ponder these questions for a moment. Do you remember what was covered in the previous segment? Here's a refresher. In segment 2, you learned that certain facial bones influence the shape of the face, and that knowing these bones help you make important highlighting and contouring decisions. You also learned that there are a variety of facial shapes, and that as you assess your client's facial shape, you should also be noting the areas of her face that may require corrective makeup. A list of these conditions was noted for your information. Here are the questions that were posed at the end of the previous segment. Check yourself against the answers given. Name the bone that forms the forehead. The answer, the frontal bone. Which bones form the prominence of the cheeks? The answer, zygomatic or molar bones. Where is the largest and strongest facial bone located? Answer, in the lower jawbone. And how many different facial shapes are there? 8. Identify 5 areas or conditions that require corrective makeup. The answer, dark circles under or around the eyes, deep expression lines, large or crooked nose, double chin, puffy under eyes, protruding forehead, prominent chin, prominent jaw, birthmarks, blemishes, or scars. The correct selection and application of makeup tones and shades begins with the basic knowledge of color theory. The color wheel is used to explain the principles of color harmony. There are 4 kinds of colors that you should become familiar with: primary, secondary, tertiary, and complementary. The primary colors are red, yellow, and blue. All other colors of the spectrum are developed from these 3 colors. For example, when all 3 colors are mixed in equal proportions, black is the result. When they are mixed in unequal proportions, a shade of brown is the result. Secondary colors are formed when equal proportions of 2 of the primary colors are mixed together. For example, red and yellow mixed together yields orange, yellow and blue mixed together yields green, and blue and red combined produces violet. Tertiary colors are achieved by mixing a secondary color and a primary color in equal amounts. The tertiary colors are red-orange, yellow-orange, yellow-green, blue-green, blue-violet, and red-violet. Complementary colors are directly opposite each other on the color wheel. When 2 complementary colors are placed next to each other, they enhance or brighten each other. That may be quite a bit for you to assimilate. However, a thorough understanding of the color wheel enables you to use the art of blending and mixing colors to create tints, tones, and shades. Colors can be combined in many ways once you understand the basic principles of color. For example, colors advance or recede. Bright colors advance and make the colored area appear larger, while dull or dark colors recede or make the covered area appear smaller. This rule can be applied to conceal or to create an illusion. Colors reflect other colors. Some colors tend to reflect more color than they take away. For example, a bright yellow tends to emphasize the yellow in skin with predominantly yellow tones. Color will also steal color. For example, bright pink placed beside light or pale pink will make the pale color appear less colorful. Learning to combine colors successfully is an asset when choosing makeup colors. You should become familiar with the definitions appearing on screen and be able to differentiate between them. Hue is another name for color. Monochromatic hue refers to a single color with various values of black, white, and gray, and when we speak of achromatic hue, we're referring to the absence of color, black, white, and gray. Value speaks to the degree of lightness or darkness of a color, for example, light blue, medium blue, or dark blue. On the color wheel, lighter colors are higher in value and darker colors are lower in value. Intensity covers the brightness or dullness of a color. Shade speaks to colors plus black. Tint is any color mixed with white. Tone is any color mixed with gray, and temperature refers to the warmth or coolness of a hue. Red, orange, and yellow are considered warm, and blue, violet, and green are considered cool. If your client wants a bold look, choose brighter, clearer, or bolder colors. Remember that colors can be placed beside each other to enhance or brighten, or they can be applied in softer hues to achieve a monochromatic look. A variety of colors will help features such as eyes to stand out, or can distract from or soften areas. Let your client's preference and personal style guide you. Remember, the color of the client's skin, eyes, and hair must all be taken into consideration when deciding which makeup colors will best enhance her look. Makeup should also complement your client's clothes or be neutral enough not to detract from the color of her clothes. The occasion for which she wants to be made up must be considered as well. Share your idea's makeup plan with the client. Paint a vivid enough picture that she can see what you're talking about. Do not begin working on her face unless she agrees to the plan. And remember to note the plan on the client's record card. Having designed your client's makeup plan, it is now time to select the products that you will need. You will need the following. Foundation, either liquid or solid. Foundation is used to even tone or enhance the client's skin. Make sure the color of the foundation matches the color of the client's skin as closely as possible. When working with Afro-Caribbean or any other peoples of African descent, you must be aware of the vast gradation in their color tones. 25 to 30 shades of dark skin have been identified. In general, foundation that has yellow undertones is the most flattering. However, for very dark skin, a foundation with a slight blue cast works best. For medium-toned skin, choose a foundation with a red-yellow hue. For light skin, use a soft golden shade. Because there are many varieties in undertones in different parts of your client's face, it's a good idea to have 3 foundation shades, light, medium, and dark on hand to allow for the different gradations of color. Face powder, whether pressed or loose, is used to set the foundation and give the face a matte finish. Blush is used to add definition, accentuate the cheekbones, and add the finishing touch to the face. It gives the skin a healthy glow. The key to blush is to avoid using anything that will make your client's skin look ashy or pale. Lighter skin tones look pretty and most natural in dark bronzes. Apricot, rose, and soft pink also work well. Medium to dark skin tones look best with deep blush hues, like dark rose, currant, and plum. Eyeshadow can be either matte or frosted and is often used to accentuate color of eyes or to coordinate with clothing. Clients very often have a preference for a particular eyeshadow color, but different shades and contrasting colors may also be used to create great effects. Eyeliner can be either liquid or pen and is used to add definition to the eyes. Mascara comes as a powder, liquid or wand, and its purpose is to make lashes look thicker, longer, and darker. Lipsticks come as sticks, glosses, and pencils. Lipsticks are used to add color and balance to the face. In general, the darker your client's skin tone, the darker you can go with lip color. Burgundy and blackberry are beautiful on dark skin. Medium skin tones look pretty in currant or red, and those with light skin look best in low voltage neutrals and glosses. If your client's bottom lip is paler than her top lip, you can even them out by applying a sheer dark lipstick to cover her lower lip as a base, then sweeping the same lipstick over both lips. If she wants to have very full lips that don't require much enhancement, do not apply bright attention-getting colors. Stick to quiet, flattering shades instead, like caramel and soft brown. Concealers can be either cream, stick, pencil, or tube, and are used to correct discoloration and/or highlight recessed areas of the face. It is very important to work with the best quality tools, as these will give you the best results.